What's up guys, it's Punchy, and for a while now I've been in the lab. So after years of research, alright, it wasn't that long, but right now I think I might have found the peak of PVE damage. I was thinking, how much damage can we possibly do against monsters in a single mantra hit? In the past, the best mantras for PVE damage were multi-hitting attacks such as Gale Breath's Tornado or Sightless Beam from Blind Seer, but right now things are a little bit different. A little while back, player versus monster content or PVE was changed, and now mantras are way more viable. At close range, mantras would do significantly more damage than they used to and easily outclass weapons with their penetration stat. No longer is monster hunting all about using a high damage weapon, but now it's crafting an ultimate mantra build perfect for shredding any type of enemy. So I did some digging with the help of my friend Cancer, and we discovered something very strange. For some odd reason, Arcwarder mantras deal insane damage against monsters, and yeah, I think it's there for a reason. Anyway, specifically with the Arc Beam mantra, it easily outclasses any other attack I've seen in Deepwoken, and with a highly specific mantra pen build, I'm able to one-shot things instantly like Lionfish in a single attack. I know that's not too impressive, but being able to one-phase Etheron with basically only this mantra is pretty damn good. So let's talk about how we can buff up our Arc Beam, which is already the best, even further beyond. At a basic level, Arc Beam scales off both the Thundercall and Flame Charm stats and will increase with the amount of points in each category. But listen, before you waste a ton of points with each of these elements, I wouldn't put in that many points. Unlike normal mantras, Oath abilities do not benefit from mantra levels, and we can't really go to an NPC to improve their levels, so that bonus damage is not a priority. But what we can do to sizably increase Arc Beam's damage has a lot to do with multipliers and a mantra pen. With 6 points in Song Chant, you gain a bonus 30% scaling as well as 30% extra mantra pen. Further upon this, with Ether Overdrive, we uncap our mantra pen while adding on an extra 5%. To top it off, the Prophet's Cloak gives us even more mantra pen with plus 25%. Our base mantra damage with all of these talents and other stuff can have a bonus 60% mantra pen with an extra 30% bonus damage, and that's pretty good. But we're just getting started. If you want to spec into intelligence like I am, approaching singularity gives even more pen towards our Arc Beam's damage, and yeah, that's also pretty good. Tools like the Ishin Ring multiply the damage we deal by 1.2 times, giving us a 20% damage boost, but I'd stay away from this option since it's kinda dangerous with corrupted mobs. Ring of Casters, which you should be using, lets us deal 10% more damage with Arc Beam at the cost of 10% weapon damage, but that's not really too much of an issue. Flame Within also grants the user 20% more damage, and yeah, Arc Beam also benefits from this effect. The final tool that I'm using is the Grim Enchant, so on proc we can force anything to take more damage from the initial Arc Beam's hit, and it's pretty nice. There are other options, but it's just what I picked up. So with that being said, Arc Beam's damage is absolutely ridiculous in PvE content because it just does so much to both bosses and monsters. On hit, it does really good damage, but it also helps us out for future damage and increases overall damage that we're dealing with our DPS. After successfully landing an Arc Beam, we can apply Tough Love's Charm effect, which grants 10% damage for a set amount of time. Also, since Arc Beam is plasma based, I guess, whatever that is, enemies will shortly burn after getting sniped, so of course we strip that status and deal 10% more damage with Nullifying Clarity. Hitting Arc Beam does insane damage, but it also gives your next attack 20% extra damage with Charm and Nullifying Clarity, so yeah, it's goated. There's so much you can do with Arcwarder's Arc Beam, and I heavily recommend this build for somebody who wants to one-shot monsters with their mantras. It's not really a tank type of playstyle or any type of support build, but it's something very powerful that I had to share. So give Arc Beam a shot and make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again, it's punchin' time.